Wake up.
It is time to get up.
All the platinum in the world won't change the way I feel about you, girl. But I got the spikes, I got a phone. Operation, are you awake? 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 All the platinum in the world won't change the way I feel about you, girl.
Hello everyone and welcome to Devstream 131. We're a man short, but we're all here but that man on Devstream 131. It's been about 6 weeks, so we're a little out of practice, but we are very excited to go over a lot over the next hour or more. We're a bit late because we had to just do some last minute things. However, we will go as long as we need to go to get through everything we have planned today. So if you're here now, your account is linked on both Twitch or Mixer to get a Twitch drop or Mixer reward. If you watch for 30 minutes, you can get a brilliant Eidolon shard. So don't miss out on that. Make sure you have your account linked. That's the bride part of the stream, but the real reward is the information you got along the way, right? Right?
Is Sheldon sick, or is he watching?
He's doing some fantasy
Leafs,
hockey.
I think he was doing some
Leafs,
fantasy hockey stuff,
yeah.
replay.
He is sick, so I do feel bad. But at the same time, Leafs jokes, right?
Yeah, Leafs jokes, as many as possible.
As many as possible. I have
It's been a
no.
long time since we've been here.
It has been a
feels
long
weird
time.
to be back in here.
It's been since August, like mid-August, and it's now October.
How
So.
neglectful of us.
Jeff, what do you have to say for yourself?
Me and Sheldon were going to run a stream, but they wouldn't let us.
Well, we like to keep our
There's a
jobs.
reason for that.
Well, I had a holiday, so I don't even know what's going on.
Yes.
What's
Warframe,
Are we
Steve?
are we making Borderlands 3 DLC or how's this
We're
work?
making Untitled Goose Game
Oh,
DLC.
Untitled Goose Game.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so welcome.
Nothing like a goose with a knife in its mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I love that.
That's why Sheldon's not here.
he's playing Goose Game. Welcome
No, he's afraid
to
of
the
Goose
dev
Game.
stream. After the stream at 3 o'clock, which is probably going to be during the stream, let's be real. On all platforms, you'll have 3 Gift of the Lotus alerts, return alerts. They're going to last from after the stream until Monday. You can get yourself a Vauban Noggle for thematic reasons, an Oracle Catalyst blueprint, or a and a rifle ribbon mod. Or if you,
November? That's nice.
no, Ember Noggle we're going to do next time.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
I see people in chat mentioning meeting us in Japan.
Yes.
Yes, we
Yes.
went and had a 10 VIP in
did.
Tokyo, and
Did you get invited to that, Scott?
great
Nope.
fun.
No.
It's weird.
Didn't even get
I missed
an
it, yeah.
offer.
Yeah.
Did you get invited?
No,
Not
it
even
just
like
must
a,
have-
hey,
Well,
would
there
you
must
like
be
to
some
go?
theme about people that don't like to go anywhere or fly anywhere.
Yeah, what about that?
Yeah.
Why am I getting lumped into that?
You're getting lumped into it.
Be
I
nice
like
to be
getting
asked.
there.
Oh, yeah.
You like getting there. Oh, okay.
I like being asked.
All right. Well, do you want to go?
Oh, wow,
Okay,
there we
next
go.
next one.
Next
All right.
one.
So, big housekeeping news. Nightwave.
Next one I
series-
can't go, sorry.
Oh, okay. Nightwave Series 2, The Emissary, ends on October 13th on all platforms. So if you are working your way through Nora Knights, The Emissary, you have until October 13th to get everything from Nora's offerings. And then we're going to take about a week off, and then we're going to put up an intermission afterwards. So there will be another intermission Nightwave, much like we did between The Wolf of Saturn 6 and The Emissary. You'll find yourself with another one on all platforms, just a bit after The Emissary ends, just to give you some time, some downtime. But it'll be back with an intermission. So tell your friends, anyone that wanted to get that awesome operator suit at the break 30 mark, you just have 9 days left to get it. So there you go. We went over Twitch Drop, we went over alerts, we went over Nightwave series. Atlas Prime Access is live. We're going to be giving one away today, as well as 3 platinum prizes of 1,000 platinum each. So if you're watching with a Twitch or Mixer account logged in, that's all. You don't even need to talk, you just need to be here. You have a chance to win.
And if you can subscribe to the Twitch channel, we're on our way to 1 million subscribers, where the game will officially go out of beta once we reach that milestone.
You actually remembered to say that.
That's what I'm like. I feel like Exorcist.
I saw it on the bottom of the screen.
It's actually not subscribers, it's followers.
Oh, followers, I
Okay,
meant.
can you do that all over
I
again?
meant,
Okay, start
yeah.
again.
Yeah.
So make sure you're following the Warframe channel on Twitch, because once we reach 1 million, we're going to do some really fun stuff to celebrate, because it's a huge milestone. 1 million
We
followers.
have a huge Destiny 2 crossover event at the 1 million
I
milestone as
wish.
well, right? We appear and we're guardians, we're
Yeah.
just
It's true.
saving the whole solar system 2 times.
Twice times.
Twice times.
Twice the saving.
It'd be amazing.
All the love.
Yes.
Oh, Steve.
Yeah.
What trouble will you get
It's
us
like
in
when
today?
Mork showed up on Happy Days, right? It's gonna be like that.
That reference?
Is anyone old enough to remember
Yeah,
that?
no one-
reference.
Would you prefer Simpsons references?
Yeah.
I am a new tie wearing.
Yeah, Steve's been replaced by people who want Destiny War. I want it, but we'll give us an hour to go over what we're up to. Oh, right. So let's talk a little bit about one of the things I put in the written part of this dev stream. What we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Vauban.
There's
We're
a
going to
written
talk.
part? There's
Yeah.
a written part?
I just let people know what we're going to be doing for the hour. It's a loose.
We used to have
guideline.
like a graphic for that.
We only did that twice, I think.
No. In the forums every time.
Oh,
what are we
yeah,
going to do
yeah.
today?
We finished the whiteboard, right? Because it's gone.
The whiteboard
So
is
it's
back in
achieved.
the stats department. But wait, what? Steve, don't go home.
Steve's drunk.
Yeah.
I'm actually not.
No.
No.
Sober
Surprising.
and ready to go.
I even have a personality when I'm sober. A little bit.
Okay, so we, for this week's dev stream, we're talking about, we're going to go through Vauban, we're going to go through Ember, we're going to go through some.
Whoa, it's the rework stream.
It is a bit of the rework stream,
Wow.
but I also dropped a little bit of Empyrean info just to kind of bring a graphic so people can understand how they're going to be accessing Empyrean and what they're going to be accessing.
Okay.
The when is what everyone wants to know. We're not ready to give a date yet, but we do have a handy graphic just to put it into context for everyone. So the first part of Empyrean, everyone's going to be, oh, I'm blocking it.
Yeah.
There you go. The dry dock will be
Very elaborate.
It's very elaborate. So you'll be getting the dry dock phase of Empyrean first, and then you'll be getting the take flight phase, and then you'll be getting the find answers phase. So it's going to be broken up into 3 chunks of content, which we've kind of talked about already. This is just giving everyone a visual so that they know what to expect. Not when to expect it, because we're not giving dates. But the dry dock is the clan aspect. This is you and your clan mates, or just you if you're in a solo clan, building that dry dock room and participating in what will be a little bit of a event, for lack of a better word, to get that going. And then, of course, the take flight phase is going to be when you are piloting, perhaps gunning, whatever you want, are flying with the Grineer as the enemy, and then finding answers. You'll learn a bit more about later.
You'll find some answers later.
You'll find some answers when we...
I'm actually
Yeah,
wanting
I'm
to find
curious of
answers.
the-
Where the hell did that come from?
I need it for you.
Find answers?
Well, I had something else, but it was too spoilery, so I didn't
Oh,
want to
okay.
put it.
All right, I
had-
see.
Yeah,
All right.
it was too spoiler. So
All right.
I'm
That's
not.
that's the missing part of the Trump phone call, right? Is that what we're going to find answers for?
Is this why-
What did he actually say?
Is this what we? Is this why we stopped Devstream?
The missing 20 minutes.
Clearly, your vacation.
It's actually been uploaded into Warframe.
Oh, for Pete's sake! All right. Thanks, Steve. Thanks a bunch. Let's do our first platinum prize. 1,000 platinum. 1,000 Canadian platinum going to a Twitch viewer and a Mixer viewer. One of each.
Who's going to read it? Sheldon's not here.
Matt HVR has one on Twitch, and Giga Micro, bit of an oxymoron, maybe,
Maybe.
has one on Mixer. You got to message us and let us know what platform you're on so we can hook you up after the show with the sweet, sweet, sweet platinum. 1,000 of it, in fact.
Sweet Canadian platinum.
Yes. All right, we have some questions from the forums as well as, so let's get to them. First one.
Well, hold on.
What?
So what else are we talking? I thought are we still summarizing what we're showing? We're going to show we're going to show more Kuva Lich stuff
Kuva Lich
today. We're going to
stuff
show work
today.
in progress
I like how
on
you just didn't talk about that.
on the generation
I wanted him
of
to,
them.
yeah,
You're goading me into that?
goading. It's the only
Okay,
way it
all
works.
Okay.
All right, our first question from the forums is from Logo MC 1995, who has a question about Melee 3.0 update. Jeffrey.
Oh, I thought you were looking that way.
Stephen. Scott. What have we to say?
About the melee update?
Yes. Next phase. What's coming? We never rebalance the weapons.
End of the month, I think we're aiming for the stance reworks to simplify them. Channeling is going to be undergoing some major changes. Mods will be converted, so don't worry about that. What else is there to say about that? Are we showing any clips today? Do you know?
No, we're not.
Okay. Okay, so we'll be reenacting it later on. At the end of the stream, I'm going to show you how you can melee juggle with Scott. So
Okay.
we'll see.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. There we go.
But anyway, that's Joe's goal. He's working hard on
Plowing through the
plowing
many,
through
many,
that
many
stuff.
stances.
Yeah.
There's a
They're
lot
doing
of
a lot of, like,
stances.
Kind of boring methodical work of going through the anims and clipping them and
Those
trimming them up a
animators
bit.
just-
I know, right?
And the combo meter is going to change. You know, it probably is going to be a workshop thing that we should get Joe to do.
He and I talked about it yesterday.
The combo meter is going to change, and melee is going to, I think, going to do a hell of a lot more damage. So, yeah,
Okay.
pretty excited about it. But it's also very scary. But here we go.
That's what we do.
Let's go in.
Do it live.
Yep.
Our next question, so that was from Logo MC 1995. So this question is about, from Winter 1, any chance we can get an updated release schedule for the remainder of the year now that we're moving into Q4? So Q4 has officially started. We're not going to give a schedule, but that prior image is a pretty good way to sort of break out the rest of the year, hopefully.
Find answers.
Find answers.
Find answers. Find the schedule.
Find the
Find
schedule,
schedule.
find
Find the schedule.
answers. More people are asking more damage. Is that even possible? Well, somehow I know. I remember the days when people were saying melee's weak, buff it all, and now
Yep.
here we are talking about it. People are saying mods will be converted. Yes. Yes.
For melee mods that don't have a parallel in the rework, yes.
Yes.
That's right.
DE Rebecca asks, at launch, we could learn from a lot of different games. Now we have very few to learn from. How do you entertain someone playing the same game for 7 years?
Who asked this question?
DE Rebecca.
How would you
Can
answer
you
that, Rebecca?
can you ban that player?
Yep. Banned.
Sorry, how do you keep making the game? What?
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm asking my questions this stream. I figured
What
out.
the hell?
I got banned, guys. Sorry. Feels bad, man. That's okay. But yeah, I think when we were launching, the world of gaming was very different. PS4 and Xbox One didn't even exist, nor did the Switch. We were doing this free-to-play thing. We didn't really know what we were doing, and now it's been 7 years.
And we still don't know what we're doing.
And we still don't know what we're doing, but people have been playing this game for 7 years, and how do you keep entertaining them after all that time, especially when they've become experts at playing the game, probably more than even us at playing.
I think it's bringing more surprises, bringing more
Yeah.
changes to the game, bringing things
Yep.
that they necessarily, like, we get a lot of suggestions about what we should do, but I don't know if we necessarily follow those because that's what everyone wants in that small group versus this is where we want the game to go. So I think finding surprises that push players out of their comfort zone and into something new. So, I think the one thing that the community is asking for is challenge, and I think the Liches hopefully will bring some challenge.
Yeah.
That's right.
I agree.
Yeah, I think it's the same way. We have to, it's been a long time we've been working on this game, so we have to find ways to keep getting excited about working on it as
Yeah,
well, like
yeah.
adding new content and new ideas to it. So
That's right.
I'm just kind of.
Yep, change for the sake of change. I
Yeah.
think that's really
Yeah.
healthy for any product.
All right. D. Rebecca also asks, what would
Oh
you
my
say?
God.
What would you
Oh.
say the most current valid criticism of the game in 2019 is?
The current
Yeah.
most valid
Because
criticism?
like in 2013, the criticism was it's too hard to understand, and well,
Yeah.
that's a way of interacting.
that still
with-
works.
That still works, but
Yeah. Well, I think we're overdue for some content, I think.
all right.
So the quest has been dragging on, so that's not out yet. So yeah, I think we've got our really cool boss fights that we opened with, and we've had some cool remasters, and I think now it's time to make good on our Kingpin or Nemesis or Lich system, as well as get our space sim added and figure out what the hell
Get my crew
Space Mom
together.
is doing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. I'll ban that user for how long?
Yeah, for another year at least.
Okay.
2035
Yeah.
at least.
Okay. Sweet. No problem. All right.
2025 when the new war comes out.
Okay, great. Even better. So when I was looking for questions for this stream, and when we were looking about
You were
rewards
done
and
writing down your own.
Yeah.
when I was done writing down my own questions, when we were looking for rewards in Warframe, I actually found an image. Well, I made an image of a question. We were looking for old things, and Bear helped me dig this up. But there's a question that's come up a lot since we introduced Exilis mods to Warframes, and a lot of people have always asked about Exilis mods on weapons. So as we're going into the reward ecosystem, finding different things to do, one of the things that we're thinking of doing this year for a reward is, and Dean, you can come to my screen now. Actually, wait, no, is the idea, oh no, you're good. You can come back, Dean. Is about doing a version of, just like the Orokin Catalyst exists for weapons and the Orokin Reactor exists for Warframes, the Exilis mod will exist, the adapter will exist for Warframes, and maybe something new for weapons. So adding a utility slot for weapons to give those lesser used utility mods on weapons a place to go. Now there's a lot that would go into this because you only have so much mod capacity per weapon. Some of the mods take more capacity than others. I can fit this build just fine, but depending on what other Exilis I wanted to put on there, I'd have to make some more forma changes. So this is something that if you wanted, like I do, a silent Boar Prime that is going to wreak fire and devastation on the enemies, you could do something like that. So hopefully, chat, I am seeing super, super big celebrations for this. This is not something we would do for Melee until the reworks are out, but this is something that we are, well, based on everyone's reactions, that we are hoping on doing on primary and secondary weapons. So it'll be a new item. It'll be an item that you can earn.
I think this is coming soon, isn't it? You're speaking with great reluctance.
Like really soon.
Yeah, it's coming really soon.
Yeah, but yes. So it's
Like this month, right?
Yep.
Okay,
That's
cool.
the plan.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm really excited that chat's excited about it because this will, again, allow just a bit more, and again, it's totally optional for those that want to have that utility slot on their weapons. They can now use this new item that's coming. And say you have 3 configs and you have all your builds done, we're also adding the ability for you to get more config slots.
Okay, great.
So this is, I think you can have up to 6 per item.
Okay.
So you can keep going.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you can name them, and you can create problems for yourself if you name them all too long.
Yep.
So you will be able to add, I know, this is Dev Build Platinum, guys. don't worry about that. So, of course, the first question I see as a follow-up is, well, what about fashion frame? And it is my pleasure.
This is pretty cool, yeah.
Yep.
So you guys, not only will you have to look through 3 of my hideous fashion frame variants,
Oh my God, it's pastel purple.
you will now have to look.
Oh, that one. Oh no.
Well, this is default.
Yeah, that's good.
But you can also now have more looks. So if you're someone that is really interested in changing the look of your Warframe up to multiple times, you can have 3 more appearance slots. And if you are more interested in the loadout version of that, of course, which is the mod configs, you can buy more mod configs. So there you go.
Now, if you're Necros, can you desecrate that platinum purchase and get like 2
Yes.
slots in one go?
You can.
Awesome.
Yes, you
awesome.
can.
Great.
Yes, you can. That was. Was that like a
I'm
very...
gonna get fired after this stream. That's my goal.
I already got banned.
That's my
so-
goal.
Banned and fired.
Politics and
Yeah, I got
So
banned.
be-
talking
Me and-
about other games, and
Me and Sheldon.
there's a
next
black
spring.
helicopter waiting for me outside after this. Well, that's very exciting.
Yeah, so that's been a request.
Yep.
We are going to look at, I think, yeah, so right now it's just for mod configs and appearance configs, but yeah. And again, the Exilus will only exist for secondary and primary slot right now. We're not doing melee yet until the rework is coming out. All right, so since I have Ember on, perhaps we should go on a little adventure. What do you think, Scott?
Going on a trip.
Going on a trip.
Sure.
All right.
So rework number 1.
Number one.
Nerfing number 3.
No,
Scott.
don't say that.
So
This is all good news stream.
So right now, I have a very strength-focused build on for Ember, but I'm actually going to get rid of that for now and just put this here, just to have a more efficiency, just to work with some things here. Because her passive, the first thing we'll do is we'll talk about her passive changing. So Ember's new passive is...
She gains ability strength based on the number of enemies that are on fire around her.
up to...
Currently, it's uncapped, but we're playing with what the hard cap will be. But it's 5% per enemy within a 10-meter range.
So modding
currently.
for strength is now something that if you're a, depending on how you're playing, you might not want to put all your stats into strength. You can play around a little bit. So I'm just going to do that based on the new passive. So, sweet. So your strength stat can now stack with the passive. And she has 2 new abilities, which we'll show you in practice. We're going to hop into the simulacrum first to do it in a controlled setting, and then we'll play a mission. But I think Ember looks a bit boring, so I'm going to just go into some fashion, unless you would hate the idea. Just default steep.
I mean, the weapon on your back and the color and everything, it's
Awful.
it's a little
Okay.
it's a little much right now.
Okay.
I know you're trying to show off that you have the wolf sledge, but which is cool. Definitely agree.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll
Anyway.
we'll tone it down and
Yep.
we'll give her an animation, so that
And no companion, just so we're focused, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
is she noble?
Yep.
Noble Ash.
All right, well, let's get to it. Let's
So,
get to
see,
it. Let's
see,
get to
this
it.
is
Let's
what
get to it.
Okay. Hold on. Let's get out of here. We will go to Samaris. I did just sync at the last second, so if it
What could go wrong?
pre-processes-
Yeah, we're showing, just so you know, this is not the live build, this is the dev build, and it's full of weird stuff.
Yeah.
Everyone's screen capping the shit out of all of it
Yeah.
to
Yep.
find all the Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
there it is.
One last sync right before the.
One last sync. Actually, it's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Could be a lot worse. All right, in we go. It is freezing in here, by the way.
It is
My
actually.
hands
I
are-
think you're having maybe like a blood circulation thing. Oh,
All right.
more dead than Kuva Lich.
I know. Okay, so Ember. Here she is. She was one of our first released Warframes. Her first ability hasn't changed too much. It's still your fireball on cast. You can hold for a much larger, higher damage fireball.
Yes.
Her second ability is completely new.
Well, her first ability, we also there was a bunch of like input latency stuff in it. There's a bunch of animation latency stuff in it that we found. So you couldn't press it and hold it. You had to have a real rhythm to how you cast it before. Now you should be able to spam it pretty easily, and it should react correctly.
All right, so we have some enemies here that are just, their brains are off, the level 200 butchers. So we've actually, one of the core things with Ember, not just her abilities, but we've changed the way heat procs work, which in...
Yes, we're playing with the idea of changing, heat procs, yes.
Yes, so a heat status chance right now, you get a damage over time and they panic, and the damage over time doesn't stack in the same way that others do. So that is going to be changing, or we're experimenting with it changing.
Yes, so each additional heat proc will add, is it added damage or are we adding a separate one? I forget what we're doing.
Well, it's written down.
Well, we've changed it 4 or 5 times in the last couple of days.
Yeah, we're making changes to the heat proc to behave more like other status effects that increase and
So
stack with the
They
DOT.
will stack, yes, as well.
And then
they also have a armor strip that goes with them as well that we're playing with. So as they're on fire, they'll have reduction in armor. We're playing whether or not it's temporary or if it's permanent, and whether or not it is all removed at the very beginning or removed over the time that the proc is active.
yes.
So those are 2
Someone in
options.
chat just said it melts armor now, and that's the
melts
spirit
armor.
behind it. So
That's
as
the
long
idea,
as the
yeah.
proc's active, perhaps the melting will occur, and we have to balance and play around with it. So, and yes, the fire effects have got a bit of an update as well.
Yes, and spicy is her passive, yes.
Yes, her passive is.
Currently named
Is
spicy.
it actually called?
It's spicy, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
spicy.
Yeah, I think
Let
you
it
The
on
UI.
fire, yeah.
Oh no.
Spicy.
Spicy.
There you go. So spicy, spicy, and with Grendel's release, meatballs coming, so you can literally have a
Spicy meatball.
spicy meatball.
Wow. That was like my Vindaloo the other day, and the other morning.
So her second ability is a throwback to original Ember in a lot of ways. It's a defensive ability. So current Ember, a lot of the feedback has been, she can't keep herself alive. She has minimal CC. If you mod certain ways, you can get more
The
effective
damage
CC.
reduction loss was huge for her.
Yeah. So it's called placeholder name Immolation. She has a custom meter that shows her immolation state. What this does,
It's really hard to see on the screen, but it's down on the bottom right.
you can see it. So immolation, when active, depending on how you're modding, 50% DR, and then as it builds, the DR increases. DR standing for damage reduction.
Yes, so as it builds up, it has a passive build. So as you cast her 1 and her 4, those add to the fill rate of the meter. So if you overdo it with those 2, you can fill it too quickly. Her third ability will actually reduce it and also reduce the fill rate.
Yep.
So that you're able to kind of control that meter and hopefully keep it in that upper range sweet spot where you get the most damage bonuses and also the most damage reduction, because the meter feeds into most of our other abilities as well. So like for Fireball, if the meter's high, the casting speed will be faster.
Yeah, so
and
if I
the
hit
damage
3 right now, I'm going to throttle that meter down a bit, and there it goes. So you're basically, it's like a meta game within to manage that meter for, again, the best damage reduction and the damage output on her other abilities.
Yeah.
Does
So-
her 2 have a mana drain? It just has a cast cost right now.
It's just a cast cost right now. We had the energy drain on it, but you were saying it's a lot to manage.
Yes.
With the energy drain, she's already an energy hungry frame, so having that passively draining the entire time kind of robbed the idea that we're trying to get you to turn this on and then use all her powers and
Yes.
kind of light everything on fire and work
Yes.
with that. So,
So the-
combined with her passive, the idea is you're supposed to start this and then really go to town with all of her powers.
And we have a new way of doing her ultimate. So World on Fire is now a bit more, it's just an activated ability. It's no longer a drain over time. And if you hit it, so as you can see, my meter is at max, and then it's going to dispel. So we'll talk about that in a second. It killed everyone on that dispel. So, just look at chat, Steve.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's-
yeah.
Yeah.
I almost passed out.
Yeah. We're losing Steve, so we got it. Yeah. Okay.
Steve's going,
Yeah. We're losing them. We'll get it back. We'll
No,
do
I
it.
say it was kind of blindingly awesome.
Yeah, let's do it.
Can we
again.
see that again?
Of course we can see it
All right,
again.
all right.
Kaboom.
yeah.
Maybe
so-
from a bit of a distance.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
So
anyone.
this is a simplified kind of World on Fire. It's more focused on giant nuke, kind of in what's in view of your character, but it also starts them on fire. So as the fire grows, they'll also light other things on fire. So kind of trying to keep that Inferno World on Fire idea. So as those characters, if they were moving around, if they walked into another character, you'll see the fire around them grow. They'll catch them on fire as well. So it kind of has a spreading ability on the enemies versus around just you.
Yes. So doing all of these with them.
It's so pleasing.
It is so satisfying.
It's nice that she got like a whole cast rework as well.
Yeah, all
She
the
was-
animations are.
She's one of the most neglected animation-wise.
Yeah.
Well, her and Vauban.
Oh,
Actually.
Vauban was very
Vauban was really
neglected.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a much faster cast animation as well for her 3.
Yeah. So her 3. So we took out the duration on it, and it's more of an AoE ability now. So it's mostly about armor stripping now, and kind of CC. So the idea is you can go in and you can go into a group of enemies, and you can cast her Fire Blast and basically knock the enemies back, but also strip their armor.
So you can see
another
that.
way to kind of
And then they fall
soften up
aside.
the enemies.
Oh, good. Yes. So, and you're playing a real mission. Obviously, the simulacrum is simulating mission. So you'd have your 2 up for your damage resistance. As you're playing, that meter's going to build. Whatever you're doing, you're going to kind of have your eye on it to balance your survivability, but also the damage output of your abilities while managing your energy. So you're looking, and then once I hit 3, you can really watch that energy, the meter go down. So that rids you of that immolation meter gauge. So that's the ability you're
It also reduces the fill rate of it. So if you use your ultimate too many times in a row, that meter will really fill quickly. And if you kind of manage it well, you can keep it from doing that.
All right, so that is Ember in the simulacrum. And then we will switch to Vauban in the simulacrum. So that's a phase of the her 2 immolation. Once the meter gets full, you discharge all.
Currently, you discharge all your energy, but it's a quite massive fire nuke. So if you're smart, you can actually cause that to happen at a set time. Tactically. If you're neglectful, then you can suffer the consequences of losing all your energy.
Yes.
That's currently what it's at. It could change as we do more playtesting internally. Losing all your energy is pretty harsh. So
It's the first time we've had a drawback like that in this in a base ability. No reason we can't experiment with things like that. It's just finding
we're always
the
trying to
balance.
find new mechanics. We're 43-ish Warframes in,
Yeah.
so we got to find different ways to.
Yeah. There was a light flicker, but we'll get through it. All right, let's.
Stock is coming.
Was it?
Oh.
Are we still live? Okay. Okay. All right. So let's come.
That looked amazing. I just have one question based on something I read in chat. Chat seemed pretty excited about it, which is awesome. When do we think? I have 2 questions. When is this going out?
Hopefully with the
main line?
main line that's
So-
coming.
with Grendel.
Like in a few weeks, kind of stuff.
That's the plan.
That's the plan?
You
Cool.
tell me.
And then the other question is, so is her meter actually modeled after a bong, or is that just a coincidence?
We'll have to ask Pablo that.
Pablo,
Busted, bud.
busted. All right. How long till mainline? It's going to be this October for sure.
Yep.
Hopefully soon.
A spooky main line.
Spooky mainline, but ahead of Spooktober.
Yep.
All right. So next, let's go to Vauban.
Oh, I love this look for Vauban, by
Oh,
the way.
my fashion?
Don't change it. Don't change
Really?
it. Yep. Just don't customize. Just
Okay.
leave how it
Okay.
is. You've got it. Oh, okay. Yes.
There we
Yes,
go.
even better.
All right.
Very Halloween-y.
Oh, speaking of very Halloween,
Pumpkin spice version.
If you
Yeah.
were if you were looking and snooping on the dev build when we were in there, we have an exclusive reward coming. You have to earn it by surviving for long enough in a Halloween event coming on Halloween on all platforms. We have a new
Look at the commitment she's making.
bats.
All right.
You can have
Okay.
your very own bat ephemera, but you have to earn it. So
Very Necros.
Yep.
if you liked the boss fight with Nightwave, the emissary, the final one, we're going to have a version of that as an event. Hopefully, all platforms. So yes, there you go. You can have your bats. Anyway.
No, hopefully.
Now
Yeah.
I'm saying hopefully. I'm slowly recoiling. Even though everyone said yes when I asked today, you never
Yeah,
know.
we see
what-
it.
This
to a
and
lot of
the
things.
the other piece of content you're gonna show later, Rebecca's rogue requests.
No, there aren't. They aren't. One of them was the design council. It
Yeah.
wasn't me.
With the other, which one?
This was
Not this one.
Yeah, this is Batland.
Yeah.
All right.
Halloween, guys. You can't. Okay, so Vauban. He is the trap master. He's lived his life throwing balls for
Master
for half a
balls.
decade. He's been fondling balls, and it's time.
He's got
Oh my God.
He's gotten better with his balls, though.
He's gotten better.
He's learned new
Killed
techniques.
the subtlety, Rebecca.
I know. All right, so Tesla,
Yes.
his first ability.
Yeah, so a lot of people complain about his mobility. So a lot of hopefully the rework stuff kind of helps with his mobility.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're working on the
We're
later
work-
ones. We're working on the
Yeah, Anim-wise, a lot of the stuff is work in progress and stuff
Yes,
that's
yep.
input. So Tesla basically became a rolling version. You'd cast it right at his feet, which is very helpful for showing that.
Yep. Try again.
I am holding my mouse. My mouse is not. There we go. So they'll go.
Yeah.
Go on. He latched on.
Basically, create your
Bats,
own
man.
rolling sticky drone that will latch onto the nearest enemy and create obviously a CC plus an area effect shock. You can cast up to 4 of these. So if you hold the charge, you get 4, which also has cool animations now.
So that's holding. That's the hold
That's
cast.
the hold. Yep.
There you go. So it's mobile CC that follows you around once the enemies
Yeah.
are
So
gone.
once those guys are dead, those will then obviously start to follow you around again.
Yep, you can see them there.
So
That one's going back to work because he knows his job isn't done.
yeah.
All right.
And there's polish items like it didn't really it looked like it was sliding, not rolling,
Yeah.
and the attached thing is not very obvious.
Yep.
So a few polish items there.
So my mouse is.
Well, they're
I think it's
actually
dying.
switching them away from being agents and avatars,
Yeah.
so that we don't drop the AI count
Yep.
for them.
Yep.
Yep.
So they're getting some custom work to make
Yes.
them possible,
Alright, let's
which
get
might end up opening the door to having more than 4.
Yep.
So we'll
That
have
would
to
be
see.
amazing.
All right.
Have more.
Have a
more
rolling
balls. More balls.
more balls, rolling army.
All 4 of his mine layers have changed as well. They all have new designs.
They have, yeah.
Yes.
So the idea behind Mine Layer has always kind of hopefully been utility. So some of these are still work in progress, but the idea behind which one is showing?
So that
So this is I call it the sticky rip line. So the idea here is it's a trap. It pulls AI in and kind of takes them out of the fight. So you can use these in combination with Bastille. So if enemies are just outside of the range of Bastille, you can kind of cast these and that'll pull them into Bastille. Or you can pull them up into the geometry. Fun one is you can stick to other AI as well.
and they
So-
stick to the point, so they tether and come back, and it's
so
pretty
they-
fantastic.
Yeah, so you can actually stick it to your Kuva and then take some Grenier for a walk, which is pretty funny.
The second one is the nail grenade.
Yeah, so this also synergizes with Bastille very well, or just kind of locks down a point. It's basically the just radial damage. It's kind of shooting out nails in radius,
Yes.
doing damage.
Yes.
It's sort of like a turret, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Great.
And then his third is a utility, so you throw it down. It's a speed boost, so
Yes.
it's
So these are basically, if you've played any arcade racer in the ever, it's basically a boost pad for speed. They're basically timed out that in the open world you can actually just keep casting them in front of you and keep going quicker and quicker.
yeah.
The one thing with
That's
Mine Layer
cute.
is we also dropped the casting cost down to 25 energy, which I think helps keep the utility aspect
I had
of
to
it.
try.
Oh yeah, you can. Currently, you can really troll with it, so we're trying to find a solution.
It's bounced but flat. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
You become a ball yourself.
Exactly.
Bow, bow.
And then last but not least, damage amp.
Yeah. so-
Placeholder name.
Oh,
We lost
chat
chat.
blew up.
I think we had a power fluctuation again.
I think we did. Are we dead?
Is it possible to create like a pool shot then? Could you have 3 little speed
Yes, you
things
can.
with like angles and go bang, bang, bang?
Let's find out.
You could.
There's one. Let's
Are we
send
still
one.
live?
Yeah, are we live?
Does anyone know?
Okay, that'll go that way. Oh.
Yep.
Oh,
We're still live? Are we still live, everyone? Hold on, I'm doing something really important.
Chrome just crashes on chat.
All right.
Yeah, but there are some power.
Okay. Here we go. Hold on. Oh, I screwed myself over.
Yep.
Oh, I hit the roof. Okay, anyway. The last one is damage amp, which is a little grenade that is going to attach to me right away, but any ally that picks it up.
Any ally, yeah. So you can toss these around the map, and allies as they pass, it will jump and stick to them. So this creates also an aura around you that gives everyone around you a damage boost.
Yes.
Currently, it's quite high, so we're playing with the numbers still. But the idea is it's just a simple damage boost.
Yeah.
But mobile with you.
Mobile with you. No stationary. Now, his third ability is brand new. It is pretty. It works indoors, is all I'll say as a hint ahead of time. So you can call down an orbital strike now. So you place your orbital strike point wherever that ends up is where the strike hits from above.
So the idea behind this one, I think, was to help with his damage output. He was really kind of lacking any sort of heavy damage. So this is quite high damage in a very focused spot, which I think synergizes really well with the rework of Bastille.
Yes, which so you can have some fun throwing these.
Yeah.
I don't know if
They're
we're
useful in their own manner in obviously tight spaces,
Yes.
focus groups if you can, but it also works really well with his ultimate.
yes. And speaking of his ultimate, actually, should I spawn more dudes?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, I'll get some more guys. People are very excited about calling down orbital strikes. Yes.
We did try to license Hammer of Dawn from Microsoft, but unfortunately we weren't able to get the name.
No. So now what is it called? Hammer of Dusk? All right. So if you tap 4, you're now going to place out what you know as Vauban's Bastille. So that is his current 3rd ability on the live build. Here it is as part of his 4th. And you can place multiples. So if I wanted to, I could go over here. But there's a catch, isn't there?
What is the catch?
So say I'm doing my thing. I'm looking. If I hold 4, it turns into Vortex.
Yes.
So all.
Synergizes really nice.
He's going in. They're getting drawn. They're drawn in. So if I were to.
Throw your 3.
Throw it.
Orbital strike.
Come on, dude. There we go. So
You broke the game.
I broke the game. Good thing I broke it. But you can also, sorry, go ahead. You can also just do direct vortex by holding 4. So you can do, you don't have to do the Bastille phase. You can just do the vortex phase by holding 4. But you could also just do.
And if you let the Bastille run out its full duration, it actually collapses down to a vortex for a very brief period of time as well.
Yep. And standing inside the Bastille is a team buff as well.
It's an armor strip from enemies as well. So
Their armor's gone. You can see the.
Yeah. So as they're caught in Bastille, they're actually stripped with armor. So the ideal scenario is you leave them in Bastille for a period of time, and then you collapse them down to vortex, and then wipe them out.
So basically, every tool now has multiple uses. They've been combined. It's all about how well you use his toolkit arsenal. Each power can be held, if not for functionality, for different results on the gameplay field. Do your Bastille, do your Vortex
Very
phase.
deep, yeah.
Yeah, all 4 of his 9
deep.
layers.
Very cool.
And the Orbital Strike, of course, is just the cherry on top. When you get those clumps of enemies, you can.
Orbital Strike also scales based on the kind of the enemy range that is around them when it charges up.
Yes.
So higher level enemies will actually create a higher level Orbital Strike as well.
So
for some scaling damage in there.
Oh, nice.
So if I wanted my sticky rip line here, get that going. Get my Bastille, hold it into a vortex, just see what happens. Hit a 3. Just having a blast over there. Okay, so
I wonder how polish-wise it can handle. Like, I really like the throw, but it kind of feels occluded all the time, from a
Yeah,
polish
this stuff
perspective.
is like we were even debating whether or not to put in
3
the
and
cast
4
anims because
are
it's all
very new.
kind of it helps. Like
Yeah.
it's a dev build, right? So
Totally,
you see work in progress.
yes,
so
yes. Okay.
you kind of
But so that's being worked on
you put
as well.
stuff in to figure out pacing and visualization. And
Cool.
you tweak as you go. So these will definitely.
I really like the throw. It'd be cool if
Yeah.
it wasn't as occluded.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe we need a little Mario stream on the
So you gotta
projectile as
you gotta
well.
leave them there longer to strip their armor.
okay, see?
Hang them in Bastille a little longer.
Hang them high. I just want to orbital strike them. So wherever that lands is where the orbital strike is called. Oh my god. Oh!
Help me! Help me!
Goodbye.
Remember me!
He's gone. All right, so there you have it. You have 2 of the kit reviews. The animation is very slow. They were at
heavily
it today.
whipped. They we literally just put them in just.
Yeah, the first part of the stream when we were talking about Ember, we said no frame had more neglect in their animation perhaps than Vauban because his is literally the throwing animation that other Warframes use. So it's just about.
It wasn't even that.
No.
It was even worse.
It was like a broken grenade.
It was a
throws.
broken grenade throw from something else. But yeah, we put. You can't really judge until it's in the game and functional. So we're still tweaking.
That won't stop the players. How dare you assume? The judgment has begun, Jeff.
Just hit up Jeff's Twitter account.
Yeah, look up Jeff. All right, we'll do another platinum prize, and then we'll move on to some other stuff in the game. Excellent.
Who wants some platinum?
Steve?
Anyone in chat
Oh,
want platinum?
Vauban's passive stays the same.
Stays
It
the
still
same.
works really well with him. The 25% damage increase if enemies are immobilized.
Yeah, so
So
you're.
it still works really well with him.
Awesome. Someone says not me. Okay, well we'll exclude you from the
Happy
platinum.
5-Hit has one on. Happy 5-Hit has one on Twitch, and that Manatee 5750 has one on. Happy 5-Hit, way to go! That Manatee 5750, way to go on Mixer. You both won 1,000 platinum each, so congrats to you.
That's the kind of stuff we would do in our high school yearbook. You try to
Oh, yeah.
sneak the.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
The 5-hit.
Yeah.
It's
We
true.
had modems then, by the way.
And just
They
was
were-
we were
they
watching
were
Rework
cranked.
and
1,200
Indie.
baud. 1,200 baud modems. Amazing stuff.
We actually also have something else in game that's pretty amazing. One sec, Dean. If you have been following TennoCons, plural, I just want to,
Oh yeah.
yeah. But I have to get rid of that holstered weapon, so just bear with me. Sorry.
What up?
Sorry, chat.
What up?
Sorry, viewers. Sorry, Mixer. Sorry, Twitch. Sorry, YouTube. We are going to take a look at a deluxe skin that's coming. I'll get in a position here. Yeah, you're good, Dean. So this is the Titania Deluxe skin. It's a beautiful moth with beautiful head antennae and beautiful energy underneath. She will be receiving a few minor tweaks with her kit as well. It's actually funny timing. There was a thread on Reddit today about, is Titania good? I'm just finishing Silver Grove. And everyone's like, if you know how to play her, she's good. But we're just going to do a small request from the last time we changed her abilities. They're really minor, just trimming animation, cast animations, and they're all
Makes
upper
sense.
body only now, except for her ultimate. Her ultimate continues to be full body animation. The rest.
Jeff's work continues to be chopped away.
I know. Sorry,
Oh,
Jeff.
trim in, trim start.
Razor flies.
Animate.
Animate.
Faster, faster.
Razor flies will be able to pick up tributes for you. You will have more razorfly cap if you have all your tributes active. Each active tribute from her tribute ability gives you an increased razorfly. And again, they can pick them up for you to keep that going. And then her thorns tribute is also going to be damage reduced, not just reflected, because she's very squishy as a frame, which is intentional. It's just a matter of making that damage.
I love
reduction.
the soft physics
If you're
on
in
the helmet.
Razor, pardon?
Whoa.
If you're in Razor Wing, you don't get hit too much anyway because of the evasion that's been there for so long. It's really hard to hit her, so that's just more if you can't keep your Razor Wing up. That tribute ability just does allow a little more survivability. So there you
I
go.
was just complimenting the helmet, the soft physics.
Oh, the soft physics.
Yeah,
It's so
so nice.
beautiful. So there you
So
go.
soft.
If you like moths and Titania,
Sure, there's people with like a phobia of moths.
moth phobia
I'm one
is
of them.
real. Are you
Right?
really?
Yeah. Get up
Makes
on your,
sense being that tall.
Get up on your grill. I don't like
Oh, come on. The antennae,
Lots of
the
moth
antenna
up there.
move. Oh my God, it's true. Oh, people are doing the moth meme in chat. Oh, that's why they're saying lamp. I get it now.
It was right over my head as well.
Okay, Taylor King knows. She had the moth as her icon forever, so
All right.
send it to everyone. Grendel, what's going on with our meatball?
Oh, meatball.
Hungry boy.
Just the usual?
As usual.
Yeah, so he will be the headlining new Warframe for the mainline that we were talking about. So when we're talking about the Ember rework, the Vauban rework, the weapon version of an Exilus slot, he will be coming with it. So
Yep.
we'll
yep.
be
We had an awesome bug yesterday where we changed the energy consumption of his one when he devours people. The QA could devour an entire level's worth of AI and just continue to truck through the level with everybody. So they'd eat the entire exterminate mission, get to the end, spit them all out, and win the mission.
including Lefantis.
And then you also
Yeah, we have video. We'll
Lefantis
post
as
it
well.
after.
pretty
It
good.
was pretty great. Oh, right. Let's talk about what. Pardon me. What did you bring for us, Steve?
Nothing.
Nothing. Oh, I think that's a lie, actually. I'm going to go at TennoCon 2019. You probably recognize this screen from our playthrough video. This was when we introduced the idea and the concept of a Kuva. This is just a still from the YouTube video. This was us taking our Lich down head on. We had all his stats. I had my blade out to take out the Kuva Lich. And that's when people were first introduced to the idea of Kuva Liches.
Is that you?
That's
you?
That's from TennoCon.
That's actually you?
Yes.
That was you playing it?
Yes.
Wow.
No, you did well.
What do you mean?
I mean, it is a
Were we
cut.
there?
It is a cutscene, but you did well.
It was a cutscene. So that was the first that players had heard and wondered what a Kuva Lich is, and we have some updates on that today.
Yeah, I mean, like, what we're doing right now, we're getting all the assets hooked in for the random generation. So I thought I'd just show them a bit of the tools that we're
Okay.
using to kind of test the Kuva Lich. And I think, should I just grab that from you?
Are you gonna do it live?
I'm going to try to do it live. Yeah.
Sorry, Deb.
We didn't test. We did a sync right before, and we didn't test. So
Yep. This hasn't been tested.
yeah.
Godspeed. Apologies in advance. We'll put,
So we'll see. Woohoo. Yeah. Okay. So give me just a second. Yep.
do you remember it? All right. Just want to make sure I have all. Oh, we also the.
Oh.
Oh.
There's gonna be some pre-processing.
Just let me hit some pre-processing here for a second.
Don't do it. In the meantime, we'll just stare awkwardly into the camera and read some chat questions.
Oh, we're going to read chat questions.
Chat questions. Oh my God, Steve's at the controls. Do it live. I love
This is not a Dvorak keyboard. It can't work like this.
Oh man.
Anyone? Anyone?
Success.
Devorah's. Yeah.
Come on,
Are you
come
saying
on,
because it's
chat.
not QWERTY?
Oh, God. It's too fast.
Is that the opposite key alignment?
Ah, God.
Dvorak.
Dvorak
QWERTY,
is
yeah, Dvorak.
Yeah, Dvorak.
Oh right.
Okay,
Dvorak greater than QWERTY.
What?
No.
what's wrong?
People are. Poor Steve doesn't know what to do.
Yeah,
All right. You ready?
Dean. Yeah, go ahead.
It's good
Dean,
to
it's
go.
Yeah, go
Showtime.
ahead. Go ahead. So this is Jara Netta. He's a Grineer underling, and he is risen. So this is an internal dev tool. Part of this will be facing towards you guys as well. But the key.
Not this specific
Yeah.
menu though.
Key. This is an internal
Yeah.
dev debug tool, but it's showing you.
Yeah, you'll be able to kind of inspect the dude. Some of these things are obviously internal phrases. So this is a system not at all inspired by the Shadow of Mordor game, where an enemy, a procedural enemy, who you kill with your specific. So this one's been killed by Grendel because that's what is equipped right now. And this is kind of how they're going to work. You will see one that's been spiked with Kuva. You will run into them, and then they will rise up as an enemy custom to you. Yeah. So there'll be some pre-processing here because I don't think we've generated. So there'll be some kind of hangs here, just as we kind of pop in.
Who's this now? Oh, Tammy Oprah.
Yes, the proceed.
Oprah, no!
I got one called Beer today, like B-E-R.
I got goat teat.
Very
So.
funny. You got goat teeth. So what's interesting about them is they take related powers. You can see this one's got a bit of rhino stuff. They take a power from a kind of a group of Warframes.
Yep.
So it isn't every single Warframe has a related Kuva Lich, but they're kind of in the ballpark.
Yeah, and with time, I think we'll add more Lich variants so that each Warframe or the groups of Warframes that create specific Liches will shrink. So with time, you'll get more and more variation in them.
Yes.
And so I see in chat people saying, I want that scythe.
Kuva Scythe.
And of course,
Pretty cool scythe.
it is a cool scythe. And so what is happening, not only is the enemy, generated by you and has a bunch of interesting, unique features with them, they also have a unique weapon, which will have their name, potentially an innate weapon bonus. As you can see here, this scythe has an innate cold bonus. They can rank higher than regular weapons in the game. And if you track down Tammy, Oprah, and destroy her, then you will get her weapon.
If you.
Tammy Oprah's
Yeah, Tammy.
Kuva
You'll
scythe.
have Tammy Oprah's scythe.
with an innate cold bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With an
And-
innate cold bonus. Yeah. So you will have a choice, however, to convert Tammy Oprah into a follower. Isn't that the best name, Tammy Oprah?
Do a new one. Let's get another.
Let's do a new one.
Yeah.
Just in case we get a cooler name.
Yeah, I want to get another.
Okay.
There we
Okay.
go. Nananzine.
So Nanan here, with her stubba, heat bonus stubba, can rank higher than 30. Does not affect mastery because this is a procedural system. So there's really kind of an unlimited number of weapons here. And by unlimited, I'm not talking about Borderlands type permutations, but definitely a lot of interesting possibilities and combinations that you may be interested to battle these liches for. If, however, suppose you have your own Kuba stubba and you're quite pleased with it, there still is a reason to pursue Nanan, which is that you can choose to convert her at the end of her life, and she will become a follower. And a bit like a Mysterious Stranger perk in the Fallout games, there's a chance for her to come when you need it most to assist you. Yeah, that's it.
So you also have some videos just to show how this is actually going to look.
I'm gonna generate some more.
You're going to generate
Yeah,
some
I'm
more.
gonna generate some more.
Oh, our A.
Yep.
Who's this? Anerna.
Oh, some broken IK.
Hey, there you
Yeah,
go.
you can see some broke my arm.
Broke
You
my
see-
arm.
you see
The
some-
Tonkor, it
This
breaks.
Tonkor breaks.
Yeah, Tonkor's got some broken IK. You can see that really the visuals, we've hooked up, you know, maybe half of,
Yeah,
of
there's
what's
still
coming.
a lot coming.
Yeah.
Yep.
And of course, these are using the default Grenier faces.
Yep,
The
just custom
Kuvas,
heads,
the
yep.
custom heads. The Kuvas actually changed them quite dramatically, physically.
Yep. Oh, some
Uh-oh, I
broken
think you're in a
IK.
loop now. There we go.
Yeah.
Hey,
Look at all
Zet
the rifles.
an Anja Fatah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, the rifles are
So you
busted.
brought some more videos as well, just to show how this is going to work if you're in a state where you
Wrong.
can.
Idling them.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Rifles.
Syncing,
Oh, yeah, it
syncing,
is, yeah.
syncing was fun.
Thinking was a mistake. There you
Yeah.
go.
But I wanted to show also, oh, if I can show this, so if I have, we'll probably hit a little pre-process here, but so if you are killing them,
Volt is now the progenitor.
now the progenitor is Volt, and that changes, of course, how the Lich gets generated. And
Their abilities, they're kind of their tents and
yeah.
Yep.
their innate damage bonuses.
Louisa Enja.
Yeah.
Famous,
So Louisa,
famous Louisa. Famous Louisa coming.
and there is a small chance to have an oddity as well generated when you have a Kuva Lich, and those oddities will create sort of strange gameplay affecting things when you're facing off with them.
What's your favorite oddity?
Afraid of children is my favorite oddity. So
What happens if you bring your odderator?
I was kind of hoping I could generate one
No,
like
I don't
that. Yeah. So if we do see if this debug mode stuff works, if we go back here,
You're going to switch to Grendel, just so you.
Was their current palette tied to the Warframe too?
it is.
Yes.
Yeah,
The way
it
they
is.
look,
Yeah.
the way they inherit powers is all tied to how they were generated.
That's right.
That progenitor moment, that node, that equipment.
Yep. Okay, and then if I'm not sure if I'm going to spoil anything by showing the UI here.
I have no idea.
So you can see here this blood droplet. I'm not sure if you can see this on the stream, guys, but
definitely can.
you can see this blood droplet from the Lich, and that's the influence that that our Lich has right now in the system. And if we zoom in, you can kind of see this kind of like grid blood. This is where their followers are spreading in this region. So that is, we won't talk too much about that, but this is part of the gameplay, is to clear off the influence from their followers, which leads them next into their next kind of stage of evolution, but also leads you in discovering how to kill them, because they're sort of like Warframe's version of undead, and you need to use the finisher system we showed at TunnelCon in order to be able to actually ultimately
Speaking of,
kill them or convert them.
we have two updated animations
Oh,
to
right.
show
Yeah,
for that.
yeah. These are, again, works in progress, but to show. I guess it's, well, with this update, we're going to be shipping that data spike. I don't know
Right.
what we're calling it, data blade.
Data Blade.
Blade.
That we showed these finishers with. So that'll be how you hack consoles and stuff as well. But the idea is that you're using these
Hack their
finishers
head.
to
Hack their head.
kind of get the Kuva formula, like kind of, get the Kuva formula
Yeah.
onto your data device that you have to use to do the final kill or final save when you're finally ready to kind of do the final confrontation with the Kuva Lich.
All right, this looks incredible. And I'm ready to use my data spike on the Lich, in the Lich hole.
Yeah, so we've been talking about this for a while, and I think I'm pretty excited to finally kind of break through the hang-ups we had. We've called this the Kingpin system a few times, and we wanted to make it so that it didn't sound kind of like a mobster film. So Kuva Liches are the Grenier manifestation of a special custom-to-you nemesis. We also hope to bring in some of the things that we teased for a clan participation. I'm not sure if that's going to make 1.0
Right.
for this, but you will be able to bring it onto the kind of like, what do you call this, like a mission board in the clan
The
hall.
war room.
The
from
war room,
years
that's right.
ago.
Yeah, you'll be able to bring it on there. And how did you say that, Scott? It was sort of like, I don't want this one. Does anyone want to take this guy on?
Yeah, that was kind of the initial thinking of it, is you could, if you've generated a Kuva Lich and it has a weapon or a bonus that you're maybe not looking for, and you're looking for a specific weapon, you can go to your clan and actually donate at that, and then someone else from your clan can take up that Lich and go after that. So
Yeah.
hopefully that will help with people a little bit with the RNG of it, but also let them chase after the things that they want to as well.
I love it.
I think some people are thinking there's a parallel system in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. My memory
play Assassin's Creed
is
Odyssey.
failing me.
You
You have to play.
No.
Yep.
Heard great
Cool.
things.
Excellent. We do have at the end of the Devstream, the prime time yesterday, we said something about Halloween and thematic content, and as you guys know, the bats are coming, but something else is coming. It's 1 second, Dean, I'm not ready yet.
Oh, we're not going to show it. You're going to show it.
No, I'm going to show something else first, and then whatever you're about to pull up is correct, but there is a gameplay component first. But it's a bit on the tricky side because of the...
What
there.
are you?
All right, this is going to be a battle, so just be aware that there's going to be a little bit. Oh, here you go, Dean. It's going to be invisible at first, but there is a new, Sheldon, the last stream he was on, talked about it actually. There is a new Kavat coming. It is the vampiric, he's going to kill me in my own ship, so I don't know what I'm going to do here. But there is a vampiric
Control P.
Kavat.
Control P.
Come on, I'm not going to kill him yet. I want
Control P.
Control P. Oh, pause him. There we go.
Well, look at that pose you got.
I know. So this will be a new wildlife type, the plan is, on the, oh my god, it's so cute, on the plains of Eidolon. This will be, the plan is that it will be part of the conservation system for the fun, at nighttime only, of course, because this would never go out in the daylight. But you can also, if you know a thing or two about vampirism, the only way to get one has something to do with your poor unvampiric Kavat coming across the path of this creature. So wait for details, but as with anything released in the game in the
You
animal
love just
system.
spoiling everything. Don't
If you know anything about vampirism.
Here we go. There's also a cute baby version because kittens, this comes from a kitten. So
Oh, is there a kitten
This is
picture?
the character artist's
This comes
strip
from a
of it,
kitten.
so it's not posed or anything, but it is just showing the model. But there is a little cute little kitten. So he's very chubby and has a squished face. So get ready for baby.
That is pretty adorable, actually.
Yeah. So
I must admit.
yes. So this is so just like the Kubro have the helmet version with assists, we're going to do a Kavat variant with the same idea, but its own flavor.
Keep sneaking vampires in.
I didn't do this. This was
you did.
Sheldon.
That's not what he said this morning, was it,
he
Steve?
through you under the bus.
Yeah, he threw you under the bus pretty
Yeah, he
hard.
threw you under the
Yeah.
bus.
Yeah.
He did.
Yep.
He's
And then he
wrong.
went home, actually.
Yeah, and then he said, "I'm out."
Yeah, he said, peace out. Off he went.
We'll see about that, won't we?
He
Yes.
was making fun of that cat pretty hard too.
What do you mean?
He was.
He makes fun of all cats. It
That's true.
does not faze me. All right, we'll do an Atlas Prime Access prize. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Punchy boy.
Let's do it. Big punchy boy.
Prime punchy.
I thought they'd had to mate or bite. Well, you'll figure it out. I assure you we did not add a mating system. Or did we?
Wow. Not yet.
Not yet. That's kind of what the templates are.
2023. That's true, actually.
Hanzo Sick has won Atlas Prime Access on Twitch, and Bala02 has won on Mixer. You've both won an Atlas Prime Access. Thank you so much for watching, and congrats on your win. I just want to make sure we've gone over everything that we brought.
Oh, are we at a...
Well,
we're
we
at time?
started
Oh.
late, but we're now at the hour mark.
We still have another platinum prize.
We still have another platinum prize to do too, so we'll do that now.
Okay.
Ooh.
Is my video showable where I went through a whole bunch of
Yeah. With
liches
We can.
with non-broken IK?
The
The irony of asking for IK fixes. This is
Sergo-
super serves me right.
He asked for the
Serves-
idol removed, and you asked for the IK
serves
to
you
be
both
added.
right.
Yeah.
It serves me
It's
right.
just like a
222-888, you won on
perfect
Twitch,
storm.
and Apo Gidon, you won on Mixer. Congrats to you both. You both won 1,000 platinum. You got to message us, and we'll hook you up. Oh, actually, we do have one more thing to show too.
Do you want me to show Steve's video?
Yeah.
So show Steve's first, and then I have one more thing.
Is mine better than yours, though?
That's for the community to decide. Not. So this is your video.
Did Beer Teat show up?
Did Beer
I don't think Beer Teat showed up in this one.
So again, this is a dev tool. It's showing you how
Yeah.
we go through the endless sort of combinations
I
of
love that
glitches.
helmet. Oh, that guy
Yeah,
was badass.
Terra Cruel.
Yeah. Near Enka. That was a cool name.
Natasha?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Lots of cool weapons.
So they have different ranks, they have different rewards, they have different.
Yeah, they rank up over time.
So when you showed the influence map and how Venus has it, how will that work for a player to go rid the system? Are they playing those base level missions again, or are they
No,
getting?
when you click on them, it'll be, you get to select the mission.
Right, so in the
And
same way-
it's ranked way up.
Yeah, so if you have a Kuva Siphon mission right now, as you guys know, you get to choose between Siphon normal.
Poor sense of balance, see?
There you go.
Poor sense of balance.
Oh, that's actually kind of sad.
It is sad.
Is that demonstrated though?
It is demonstrated.
He's got an inner ear thing.
I'm going to convert that one. I don't want to kill that one.
Well, then you can do that.
And he'll
There
be
you go.
stumbling all over your
They'll be
level.
stumbling when they try to help you.
Oh. Well, there's no fall damage in Warframe, so they'll be fine.
Someone asked if they all wear COD pieces. They don't. There is a lot more body pieces coming.
Yep.
So more variants.
There you go.
He's nothing but Grendel. Dude.
Oh, Anne. Poor Anne. What did Anne Tage do to deserve
I
it?
know.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Very exciting.
Anyway, a lot of cool variations and
So,
cool weapons to hunt them down for.
yes.
Custom,
Higher mod capacity.
one of a kind of weapons.
One of a kind
There is Kuva skins being made as well for the weapon types.
for the weapon types.
Yeah.
And then they don't count toward mastery.
They don't
They have higher-
because there's no cap on the types.
Yep.
Because they're
Infinite.
procedural.
Yes. At the beginning of the stream, I showed that graphic that said dry dock phase 1, and then we had the take flight, and then we had the find, which you didn't
Answers,
like.
find answers.
But here is a
We're going to Ukraine.
a clip, a small clip from the animation team that I thought
And here's
is
the
a
video of
fitting
us going
way
there.
to end the stream,
Oh, okay.
showing some of the work going
yeah,
in.
this is great.
Yes, to some upcoming content. So,
Well, my play blast.
Maya Playblast. You're seeing how the sausage is made, but
Yeah. The environment guys got the spawn point in a good
Yep.
position where we could do the custom spawn.
so
animation.
lots of insanity is coming in that regard, folks.
It's
Fantastic.
big. It's very big.
Get ready. All right, so I think we covered quite a bit.
And this, I think, is probably representative of Ottawa after our federal election this month.
You can just, anytime you. So you've got U.S. politics, Canadian
I
politics.
don't know. I'm an equal opportunity offender.
It's true.
Right, so New War is being worked on, and we don't have any assets to show today for that.
Nope.
Nope.
No.
I'm responding to chat, not
Yeah.
necessarily trying to
Yeah,
trying to
in
bait
the
you
in
into
the
saying
streams
anything.
to come, we'll probably kind of trickle out some stuff.
in the
but-
streams, and we're certainly working as hard as we can on making that as awesome as it deserves to be. And we know it's late, but hopefully it will be worth the wait. Empyrean, we're going to do the dry dock first, and we're going to show you some of those systems and how that's going to work. So we're going to roll that out gradually. It's a big change for Warframe. It's a big change for everyone who works on Warframe, from mission design to all the way from engine design to how we do the structures of upgrades and leveling. There's some really cool, interesting things that it's going to bring to the game. You've never seen it before, like a skill system that is applied to you and not just your gear. So there's a lot of cool intrinsic systems that we're going to be talking about as we get closer to that release.
I killed the cat.
I could just straight up murder.
Cry, you just murdered a
Team
cat.
quickly, before.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
And,
Hold on, I can't. Now we have to. Sorry. You're,
And Melee 3 is also something that's going to be happening around the same time the Kuva Liches are unleashed. And so we'll be doing a workshop on that to explain the changes that are coming. It is pretty simple, but it's not really subtle, and I think it's going to be pretty exciting and refreshing. And lastly, the other question I saw a lot was cross saves. So I got, that is just
killed it.
terrible.
sorry.
Cross save is something that we've done a very large investigation on. I have some monstrous 20-page doc that's been handed to me by the programming staff to look over about how we can approach that. So when you're asking that, I appreciate your interest in that. We are absolutely looking at that. We're not currently investigating cross-play.
Nope.
But we are investigating cross progress or cross save, and I know it's kind of confusing because it's all these kind of fine-grained.
You have to save in the play.
Yep. So don't have anything further to announce other than we are working on it, and we're kind of at that point where we've done the initial investigation, and we'll have to see where we go from there.
Yep.
Do we
So-
show Grendel's signature weapon? It's in the game, isn't it?
It's not unfolding properly.
Oh,
Oh, really?
I can check.
Can you do it a level?
I can check. I can
Oh.
check. All right, don't go anywhere, folks. This is a long stream.
It's such a cool weapon.
Yeah, so I can see if I can.
Do you have it?
I do have it.
Even that looks cool.
It starts with
Yeah,
a,
it does.
It starts with a T, right?
For Toblerone?
I don't know what the.
Oh,
The
it's called
official
no, it's
name
called the Masseter, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Masseter. Yeah,
there you
I have it. Oh, it does!
Oh,
Come on
nice.
over, Dean. The party's about to begin. So here we go. This is his signature melee weapon. It's absurd. Tear and shoot through the enemies with this unusual crankshaft-style greatsword, Grendel's signature weapon. Cha-cha! So this is our Grendel.
He's grinding
I
out
like
some-
his little cape too.
I know. This is a signature signed in as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's saying kebab sword. It's not. A
It's some donair.
yeah.
I mean, it's on theme.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nom, nom, nom.
Shish kebab. It's not food. It's kebabs.
Everything's food with this
Yeah,
guy.
that's true.
No. Right. So, yeah. I mean, it's 3:10. We will wind down. We'll hit someone with the stick, and then it's unmodded though. So keep that.
Hit him with the stick,
Hit him with the stick.
the kebab stick.
Let's see. Here we go. Well, actually, let's eat. Oh, the enemies have the.
Enemies have.
The Ragdoll's gonna.
Yeah. They don't work with their deferred rendering.
Oh,
Hello. Deferred rendering.
Yum, yum,
does
yum.
that. But all right, we'll hit one with the stick, and then
Are you
we'll.
using defer?
I believe so.
I don't think so.
Or not. This is what happens.
All right.
I've never seen with that.
Well, this
Dev
is
build.
the joy of the dev build.
Joy of the dev build. It's not a kebab.
Yes,
kebab
I'm
stick.
happy with
Yes.
the kebab. It's a kebab.
I like it. It looks cool.
Fan art, please.
Feels awesome.
There you go.
Eat someone. Oh,
It's not dissolving correctly.
They're not
No, the
dissolving
Ragdoll's
correctly.
kind of misbehaving.
It will release when it's ready. Thank you, everyone in the Warframe community
meatball.
for giving us years and years of an opportunity to work on this wonderful game that we've been making together as a team and working on together as a community. It is a dream come true. The end of the year is going to be awesome. We thank you all for watching.
It's coming fast too.
It's coming fast.
it's coming fast. We're working on it.
Any final words before we turn off our Devstream 131?
Thanks for watching, and if you did pick up Prime Access, I appreciate the support.
Yes.
Yep, thank you very much.
Super appreciate it.
Yep, and thanks for playing, and thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for coming, Scott, Steve, Jeff. Thank you to everyone at
Thanks for
Digital
having us.
Extremes that makes making this possible. From live tweeting to doing the IK on the arms that Steve showed.
I'm sure they fixed it about 2
It
seconds
totally
later
is.
after we did.
They're
a
like,
thing.
no, don't sing.
We
They're
apologize.
probably in
I feel
Slack.
like I
but
need to end every dev stream with not only do we thank the team at DE, we
Yeah.
apologize to the team at DE.
Sorry if
for
we misrepresented your
Sorry
work.
for misrepresenting your work. And then to the community who's going to think about, watch, react to everything we showed, thank you for sticking around. We love you guys.
Yep.
Have an awesome weekend.
Bye, chat.